Hello again, students. Okay, we're on to lesson 3 in week 2. Okay, today we're going to look at rounding numbers to the nearest 100. So in your book, go to page 30. Rounding numbers to the nearest 100. Okay, last time we rounded numbers to the nearest 10. Now we're going to round to the nearest 100. It's very similar. Okay, rounding numbers to the nearest 100 is a way of estimating numbers to the nearest 100. This example here, number 1A, round 432 to the nearest 100. 432 is between 400 and 500. 400 is the lower 100, and 500 is the upper 100. Okay, there's 432. When you round into the nearest 100, you have to look at the last 2 digits. If your last 2 digits are between 1 and 49, round down. Okay? If your last 2 digits are between 50 and 99, round up to the next multiple of 100. Okay, we'll have a look at that more closely. 432, the last 2 digits are between 1 and 49. You will round it down to 400. 432. Last 2 digits are between 1 and 49. Round down to the nearest 100. Multiple of 100. It's 400. Next example. 275. Round 275 to the nearest 100. 275. Look at the last 2 digits. Is 75 between 50 and 99? Yes, it is. So rounding it to the nearest 100, you'll have to round it up to the upper 100, which is 300. Okay, remember, if you're rounding to the nearest 100, you have to look at the last 2 digits. And see example, round 850 to the nearest 100. 850 is at the midway point, at the midpoint between 800 and 900. But the last 2 digits, 50, if it's 50, between 50 and 99, you round it up to 900. Okay, there it is there. 850, you round it up to 900. Okay, next page, 31. More examples. It says round 3,270 to the nearest 100. Okay, remember, last 2 digits. Remember, if it's between 50, if your last two digits are between 50 and 99, you round up to the nearest multiple of 100. So 3,270, you will round it up to the next multiple of 100, which is 3,300. Example B, round 36,528. Don't worry about 36,000, that's not going to change. Look at the last two digits. 28. So, I said earlier, if your last two digits are between 1 and 49, you round down to the nearest multiple of 100. So it will be 36,000, round it down. Let's write that properly, it's a bit messy. Not much better. Round it down, there it is there. You will round it down to the lower 100, 36,500. We write 36,528 rounded to the nearest 100 is 36,500. Okay, let's go and try some examples. Page 32. Okay, first one, we're rounding to the nearest 100, so we need to look at the last two digits. Oh, let's get this pen sorted out. The number is 349. Look at the last two digits. If it's between 1 and 49, you round it down to the nearest multiple of 100. Okay, so write it in the box. Here, B, the number is 867. Look at the last two digits. If it's between 50 and 99, you round it up to the next multiple of 100. Same here. C, 2,182. Rounded to the nearest 100. Look at the last two digits, 82. That tells you whether to round up or round down. D, 26,650. Look at the last two digits, 50, 50. That will tell you what to do. Round it up or round it down. E, 400,078. Look at the last two digits, 78. That tells you what to do. Round up or round down. And here we have a 7-digit number, 3,565,746. Okay, don't worry about a big number. Look at the last two digits. That will tell you what to do when you're rounding to the nearest 100. Here, the last two digits are 46. That tells you whether to round up or round down. And number 2, A to H, 8 examples. Round those numbers to the nearest 100 and write your answer in the box. Okay, remember, you're looking at the last 2 digits. That tells you, every time it tells you what you've got to do. Okay, and number 3, they're using baht as units. Okay, so you can write that in your answer. Round 3,882 baht to the nearest 100 baht. Okay, so get your answer, write it in the box, and then write baht. Okay, so it's going very well. There's another exercise on page 33. And we're still rounding to the nearest 100. Here we have a number line, and the range is from 1,000 to 1,200. Okay, so each increment is 10. 1,010, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1,100, 1,110, 1,120. Okay, all the way up to 1,200. So you're going to round to the nearest 100, these 4 numbers. The first one is done for you, 1,010. Look at the last 2 digits. That tells you you're going to round it down to 1,000. Okay, so complete the next 3 in the table. 1,050, 1,120, 1,190. Look at the last 2 digits every time. That tells you what you have to do. Okay. Number 2. Same again. You got to write the symbol in the white box and then write your answer on the line. So again, look at the last 2 digits. That tells you to round up or round down. Last 2 digits, if they're between 1 and 49, down. If the last 2 digits are 50 to 99, round up. You can write that down whenever you want. That will help you to remember. Okay, and now we're looking at some different objects. And we're going to round these amounts to the nearest baht. Sorry, to the nearest 100 baht. Okay, first is an airline ticket. And its value is 999 baht. Look at the last 2 digits. Decide if you're going to round up or round down to the nearest multiple of 100. And write baht in your answer. B, the vacuum cleaner or Hoover. Look at the last 2 digits. Its price is 3,295 baht. Okay, so look at the last two digits. Decide what you're going to do, round up or round down. Write baht in your answer. Next is a fridge freezer, 2 yen, where you keep all your food and drinks. Okay, last two digits are 50. That tells you the round up or round down to the nearest multiple of 100. Write the value of the fridge freezer on the line, rounded to the nearest 100 baht. Last one is one of these easy recline massage chairs, very expensive. Last two digits, 65. 219,465 baht. Round that amount to the nearest 100. Write your answer in baht. Okay. Let's have a look. More examples on page 34 with the number line. Oh no, we're going to stop there. We're going to stop at page 33. Okay. Because next lesson will be rounding to the nearest 1,000. Okay, so we'll stop now on page 33. Okay, you're doing very well. Well done. And we'll continue next time with rounding numbers to the nearest 1,000.